don't really know what the England under-21 manager is all about, because they're not really there to coach these players because they get coached at their club. I don't necessarily think they're meant to have a lot to do with the full England manager, Gareth Southgate. They're meant to supposedly play a similar style and have similar tactics to the senior team, but I don't think even Gareth Southgate knows what his best formation is or his tactics, or even he claims he knows his first 11. But again, I'm not too sure about that one. I think it'd be great for Frank Lampard, actually, because he needs to rebuild his reputation if he wants to get back into managing a top club. Arguably his best trait at Chelsea, as the gaffer there, was bringing the youth through. So I think, he'll get on with the under-21s. I think could be a really good fit for Frank Lampard. I can see him as the next England under-21 manager. I don't necessarily think there's a connection between the next England manager and the current under-21 manager. I don't think I know it happened with Southgate, but that was because Big Sam was the manager of choice. I think
there is. I think they always want to do that, promote within. And
it doesn't happen.
They're trying to do it within cricket now, where they're trying to get this group of coaches together and trying to promote English coaches to come through. And I think it's the same for the football team as well. They've had those discussions, and I think they're trying to have that. Do you know what I mean? That transition from all the way up, and where you keep getting promoted, and the final eventual job is the England manager.
But I tell you what, I don't think can happen is because good managers are always being sacked in football in the Premier League. So
Stuart Pearce were close to getting it, wasn't he? And he was under-21 manager, but didn't. Gareth Southgate went from under-21s to.
He wasn't the first choice. I don't see a natural connection between the under-21 manager. I really don't. What are you working with under-21s? You've got a short amount of time to coach these lads. You're probably getting pressure from above to play them a certain way. So if they do step up for the senior side, they're ready for that.
Well, they could have anybody doing the job then.
Yeah, well,
England job. Do we need? If Gareth Southgate's not coaching the England players when they come with England, I mean, what is he doing?
Well, he's coaching them. He's coaching them in his
Lampard
formation.
is coaching them when they come.
I don't know if he is. I don't even think we need an England manager full time. I've never thought we needed that. I just don't get it. Whenever there's an England international...
Well, it's a great job. You just go watch football and say, yeah, he's playing well, I'll pick him in the squad.
Yeah, but don't you? It's all very... I mean, you could be the manager of, Manchester United. I'm not saying Solskjaer next England man. I'm just saying you could be the manager of Manchester... And you still know the good players are in and around the country, don't you? You don't need to go to every game. No? Anyway,
but you see them against you, that's all.
Yeah. I think England under-21 manager perfect for Frank Lampard. I really can see that as a great fit. And then there's less pressure on him. It's a perfect job.
I think he did a decent job at Chelsea. I think people have been a bit harsh on him. Champions League.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Finishing the top four. Nobody expected him to get in the top four. That season, not at all, and he did it.
But look, look what's happened to his set of players once he's left the club and what Thomas Tuchel's done. It's the same group of players. He's got them into the top. Yet. Oh, he's got them into the top four. They're unbeaten. Oh, they played. But
they've got to finish. All right.
No. They played completely different. They've got a.
Well, of course, they play totally different. But a lot of people, if they don't finish top four, will be saying, "I can't watch this football."
But he's got a chance of getting in top four. They never had that with Frank.
If you had Frank's attacking intent and Tuchel's defensive.
But even his attacking intent wasn't that great. He didn't know his best attacker. 1 week it was Tammy, the next week it was Giroud, next week it was a false number 9. He didn't know his formation. They played so much better now with a back three with wing backs. They look a totally different side. And Alonso's playing a lot more now. He swaps in with Chilwell. I think Chelsea fans will tell you now, they've got every chance of getting top four under Frank. No disrespect. You're right. The first season he was there, he got them into top four. Not a lot of people expected it, but they were never going to get top four if he would have stayed at the club. I think him becoming England under-21 manager puts him back in the public eye, back into football, and no pressure on him. I think it'll be a great move for him.